Alright, I'm back with another ham clock video. And somebody asked me, well, can this thing do regular time? And I said, I don't think so. And then I forgot that there's actually another clock that can be displayed here, and it's called the DE time, or the local time. You're the DE, the DX is the DX. So if you bring your mouse up here, can you see that little red thing? Left click it, right click it, it doesn't matter, okay? You see it says DE format, and we had digital 12-hour clock. Or we can do annotated analog, which I don't really know what that means. But if it's like, let's say you click all info, and then you click OK, it'll pull up like military time, which is 1955, August 4th, and then it'll say, I guess 35 north, 112th west. That's supposed to be my grid square, but it's not. My grid square is DM34, and it's 34 point something, and it's a negative 112, so I don't know if this thing is correct. But anyway, let's click it again. We get the simple analog. We can click that and say OK. Now we have this analog. Click it again. We do calendar, and it will give us military time and the calendar. We can click it for the annotated analog, and I don't know what that is, but we'll find out. So 6, 7, 8. That's our local time. Wait, no, yeah, 7, because it's almost 8 o'clock. So, yeah. My thing says it's 7:56. It just looks like it's 8:56 on here. It's like, so I haven't been reading regular clocks in so long. I think most of the Gen Zs probably can't read a wall clock. So now we have the 12-hour clock. And click OK. If you can't figure that out, you're in trouble. Then we have the 24-hour clock. Yeah, so I don't know what I just did. I clicked in the wrong spot, but apparently if you click on this, it'll pull up this, and then you can actually manipulate the latitude and longitude if you want to. I don't know if that's for like if you wanted to like change it and then not have it different for the rest of the clock. So we're going to put ours on 12-hour, but I want to show you something else. Let's go back to 12. Okay, if you click this, but you come down here and you click data pane, and then you go like click on the air, DXpeditions, contests, or just any one of those, and you click OK, you'll now be greeted with this: all the on the air stations, the DXpeditions, and the different ones. And it will change, I don't know, there's settings in here. I think it's set to 20 seconds. But if you don't change it, I think it's something crazy like 90 seconds or something. Or 40. So yeah, it'll rotate between that. So if you don't like that, just go click back up here in the corner again, and then just click DE format up at the top, and that turns all this other stuff off. And you click OK, and now we're back to that. Now, the other thing I showed in the other video is we're also tracking a satellite here. So, in this one here, I'm not 100% sure what this does in stock format, but we're tracking the International Space Station, and you can see it's over here. It was down below Africa, and it's traveling this direction, and it's showing you where it's going. It's going to go across India. It's moving pretty fast, because I was on here earlier in the last video, like I made just a few minutes ago, and it was all the way down below here. So it's a pretty neat thing. But anyway, we click over here in the corner. We can change the satellite. We can rise and set the table, turn off the satellite, show the planning tool, show the DX information, Wondering what that does. Let's just see what the planning tool does. Okay. It doesn't really show anything that I was expecting. Oh, okay. Look at that. Cool. It's over my head, guys. I don't know what it means. And I've done some satellite work. So, you'll have to go in there and do that apparently every time. Let's see. Show DX info. So DX info can be shown here. And I guess it's whoever has been like spotted last. Whatever these green dots are. And they're in grid EN51. Well, apparently this green thing here, I don't know. We say that's DX. So let's click this again. And now, I don't know why it did that. Let's click OK. So when you click certain things, it only stays on there for a minute. So, but you could go in here and pick any of the amateur radio satellites. You could pick the moon. Let's see what the moon does. It'll show you 5 hours and 43 minutes. The azimuth is 166. I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that data really. It just kind of shows it here on a globe. So let's change that back to, well, I want the International Space Station. Can I find it? Where did it go? There it is. Alright. I would imagine there's got to be way more satellites than this to track, but it does some basic stuff. So there's your clock, there's your satellites, you have your live spots over here. If anything, if you're just curious, just always click in one of the corners. See how right here I've got live spots checked. You can do, let's see, I want solar wind, sunspot number. I can click that. It'll rotate. So you can get multiple things on here, so that you're getting all the information you could possibly get. So like I'm gonna go over here and I want to know what the K is. The planetary K. This one's already set to do that. Okay. We just have to wait for it. So all three of these up here can display different things. And then this one in the corner has like my weather and humidity and wind for my grid. But you can do space weather if you really want to. You can do the DX weather, and then I don't know what NCDXF is, but let's just see what space weather does. Click OK. It's just going to give you the X-ray. I guess that's the X-ray, the K, and the SFI, whatever that is, and the DST, whatever that is. So that's kind of a neat one for space weather, because what I notice is like they want to show the flux and what the number is, and then the X-ray. But a lot of people are always like, well, what's the K? So this one is now actually rotating, I think. I'm not sure. It's got my temperature and the wind and all that. So I wonder if that's going to rotate. So our planetary K is over here. Yeah, so cool. So you want to get as much information as you can, and by doing all these different things, you can get it to change. You really don't need to look at sunspots, but I mean, if you want to, you can. So here we got SDO. I don't know what the DRAP is. It's got something to do with propagation. Let's click disturbance. I don't know what the hell that is. Like earthquake. DRAP max megahertz. 8.5. Dist storm time. This thing is so cool. Like, it does so much. And really, for like the price of like $50, you can go and buy a Quadra. Or I prefer the Raspberry Pi because I don't know anything about the Quadra. But it's going to cost you more to get a Pi 3B and an SD card and a reliable power supply. You need like a 2 or 3 amp power supply to run these Pi 3s, man. They're power hungry. If you don't, you'll get a low voltage warning on the screen. So anyway, I just want to take a little bit more of a dive into here, show you how to set the clock, show you how to set some satellites, show you how to set up, you know, the live spots and all that. Now, there's another thing you got to do for the live spots, and I'm not sure if I can remember it. When you click on certain things too, it will pull up this stuff. You click in different spots, it'll resume. So if I click over there. So you really should have a mouse handy with your thing. I think if I right click on live spots, okay, so I clicked on the spots, okay, and I want the spots by the DE, not of the DE. So basically, show me the spots that were picked up by my grid, okay, and you can actually specify a call. Show max distance, count, age, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. It went dead on me. When we're in the sunspot number, we click this, it's probably going to pull something else up. Okay, so you just keep clicking on it repeatedly, it will bring you back to it. So you can say, I want 160 meters, you can say I want 2 meters. You need to check whatever bands you want, otherwise it won't show up. And then just click, you know, you either want reverse beacon network, PSK, or Whisper. And so PSK, I guess we're off of PSK 31. I mean, I don't know. But it's complicated. You just play around with it and click around, and you'll figure some stuff out. So I hope that helps anybody. I know I'm not really the best at like explaining things. I'm not a real good teacher, but I'm just trying to share with what I know. So I'll catch you guys later.